Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn how to use a display CSS property with value flex. So here in this video we will start designing with the flex design. So let's start with one of the flex example. Let's say we have one container. Then inside that container I'm going to create let's say 3 boxes. So it will be a box 1, then box 2 and box 3. So let me create the class box 1, then class box 2, box 3. So let me see whether it's started. So this is the container, and we are going to see how flex work. So first start with designing the CSS style here for the container. So dot container, then in container let me first give the border 1px solid red. Okay, then add some padding, let's say 20px, and let's give the height to 300px. Maybe we have not linked. Yes, CSS is not linked, so style CSS. So here is our border on the box and having a padding. So let me add a black border around it. Okay, now we have this CSS. Now let me start with defining the display type of this box. So it will display like a flex. Yeah. Now this box, container box, is acting like a flex element. Okay. Now in this flex element we have to mention the default the direction of this flex box is. So the default direction is row, and the flex is only used for one dimensional element. Either you can align in a row or in a column. So let's say if I show you flex direction, so if I say if it is a column, then the content will align in a column. By default it is row. Okay, then also let's start with the box 1 2 3. So let me add few property on box 1 2 3, so it will be clear how it will be look like when we are going to define them. So I will put for border again or a background color, let's say, and it will be off blue orange. Okay, so this is for box 1, and let's say it will be for all the boxes. So container div. Okay, now let's add some margin around the box. It will be of 2px. Okay, then let's add some width for the box, so it will be better to 50px. Okay, also I will change a little bit radius, border radius for 3px. Okay, Now we are all set, and well, so we are not having a border around it, that's okay. So this is how we are going to represent it. So let me show you, and if we, instead of using row, we can use instead of using column, we can use row. And here you can see as the width is 150 px, and the box default will get stretched down. So this is this default flex display flex property, that this flex item will automatically get stretched down. So whatever the content that we have defined inside this container, this will become the flex item, and this is the display flex. Okay, so here this is the display flex, and this is the content item, and display direction is used for row wise or column wise. Again, there is another property which is a flex wrap. So there is two value, no wrap and wrap. So by default they are wrapped up, and this wrap property is used for wrapping the div content. So here you can see control whether the flex container is single line or multi-line, and the direction of the cross axis which determine the direction new line are tagged in. Okay, so it will wrap the content like we are wrapping in our Word file or in our Excel sheet, that the content should be aligned one after another or in one single line. Okay, so a combined property for this you can use if we are using this too. The combined property for those two content will be flex flow. Here the first value will be the row, and second value will be the wrap and no wrap. Okay, so this is how we can define the flow, whether they have to wrap or not wrap. And if I let's comment this, so from here you can see that no wrap and wrap. No effect. Okay, I'll show you in later when we define other properties. So let's start with the other properties for that. And here we start with the stretching of this element. So this stretching is controlled by justify content. So justify content, let's say if I say content will be aligned to center, then you can see they have moved to the center. Okay, then next you can see here justify content, another property, justify content. Then let's say flex start, so it's a default one, and the content will get flex to this to the starting position of the box. So let copy and paste, uncomment this, and flex end, so they all got shifted to the end of this box. Okay, then next we can again define the justify content, and the content, let's say space evenly, so they will get the equal space around between them. And the similar property, they are going to occupy this space. This is the available space inside this container, and they are occupying this space. Okay, so the similar property that we can use here, space around. So whatever the space around them is again occupied by this. So this space around again is that free space, but that is used when we are in a separate container, and in that container there is a separate the space available that can be used. Okay, so they are almost similar, but they are in different context. Then next space between. So next property is justify content and space between. So what space between does, it put the available space between the elements. So this box 1 stick to the start, this box 3 stick to the end, and the available space is distributed between the boxes. So this is a space between. Okay, so Then next, let's start with this. Then next will be the align items. So let's align the items. Here this align items is used in the container, not in that specific box. So here you can see if we align the item, then the item get aligned centered like this. Now let me add another property called line height, so it will give us around good space here. And also just align the text align to center. Yeah, box or I'll give the color white, and font size will also increase to 20px. That will be good. Yeah. So as you can see here, we have changed it. Now you can see by giving the line height, this will be the line height, and from above and below. So it is having 100px, so we are giving we are seeing this display box for, and this will be applied to all the items. So let's continue with align center. Then the next attribute, next property in the same similar way that we can use, let's say align items, and it will be aligned to flex end. So by doing this, all the box will come to the flex end. So this is the flex box container, and flex end means come to the end. So you can treat justify content will align the content horizontally, and align item will align the content vertically. Okay. Then again we have a next property, align items and flex start. So by defining flex start, they all move to the start of the element like this. Then next, if you are not defining it, then they will automatically get stretched. So again the same property is there, flex stretch. This is the default one. Okay. Then another one is the align item and the baseline. So baseline means all the content will align to this text baseline. So you can consider from here there will be a one single line goes from this text up to this direction, and all the box 1, box 2, box 3 align to that specific content. Okay. So to demonstrate that, let me have a box 2, and I will increase the font size here to, let's say, 30px. So okay, let me increase height to 200px. Now you can see the effect when we are aligning them. So they get aligned in that by this baseline axis. Okay. So if I increase the line height here, line height to, let's say, 250px, so the box 2 come down here, and this box 1 and box 3 automatically come to the baseline. Okay, so consider that the baseline is gone from here, and this box 1, box 2, box 3 align based on the baseline. So likewise we can define this. Okay. And let me uncomment this, and we have the same box. So let us see the default property. So if we can align them in this order, hide this one and use the center one. So all the boxes are in the center. Okay, box 1, box 2 and box 3. We can also move those boxes. So I will just show you how we can move those boxes and how we can apply this property through from inside that box. So let's start. Let me check with it. Okay, so just simple for padding this, I will add a padding of 50 px. So by doing this, it's add a padding from left and right. So I want it from top and bottom. And it's too much, so let it to 50 px to 25 px. Okay, so this is it, and here I'm going to align it in one center and comment this one. Now here the content is being aligned, and by doing this we can go with all those separate boxes. So dot box 1, and here let's say the order property, so order 1 or order 2. So if I'm giving order 2 to box 1, so it will go to the second position, 0 1 2, last position. Okay, so 1 2 3, whatever the number you are going to give, it will move accordingly. Here if I say order 3, so box 2 has order 3, which is the higher value, and gets moved to the last element. Now here let's say box 3, and again we are going to give the order value, so it will be 1. Okay, so by giving this order value, so box 3 is 1, box 1 is 2, and box 3 is box 2 is 3 and box 3 is 1. So in this way they have been aligned, and box 2 has higher order value, so it goes last. So let's change to their normal values. Okay, and also as we have seen how we are going to align them vertically or horizontally, so let's go and inside this we'll see that. Also there is one more property, let me show you, flex basis. So let flex basis will be set to auto, which means whatever the uh, width or height we have given, let's say this height base is based, it totally based on its previous value. Okay, so this will refer the width of this box 1. Then next we have a value called flex grow. So by growing means whatever the available space is have, so this like box 1 is are allowed to grow itself. Okay, then there is another value for flex shrink, and if we say 1, so it will get shrink and it will grow. So shrink and grow is what, like if we grow if we say grow 1, so this will grow, it will be a weight. So we can also, like here as we have given, so also we can give to this box, and let's say 2, so box 2 will also grow. So blocks 2 have grow value 2, and box 1 have grow value 1, so box 2 will grow more than box 1. As you can see from here, box 2 will grow more as compared to box 1, and box 2 will remain same. Okay, so by using flex shrink 1, so factor, it will not allow to shrink them. Okay, so if we set it to 0, then those blocks are not allowed to shrink, but if we set it to 1, then they are allowed to get shrink. So if we go here and uh, we'll give the flex grow, and let's say 4, so flex 3 grow more, and flex box 2 also. have a same value. So let again go and increase the value here, flex 4. Okay, so both are equally have same weight, so both have taken the equal space which is available around them. So this is the flex grow property. Now the shorthand property for this all three is flex. First value represents whether it will grow or not grow. Second value represents whether it will shrink or not shrink. And the third value represents the width, which is a flex basis. So based on it, or the maximum width which is assigned to that will be there, or it will grow. In the similar case of shrink, the maximum width that is assigned to this box, it will shrink up to that width, otherwise it will grow. So this is the default one, and that also can be represented using flex auto. So if we have given this, and the shorthand property for this will be is flex auto. So this is the shortcut property for it. Now let's come to this one. Flex 0, 1 and auto. So 0, 1 and auto means the flex box 2 is not allowed to grow. Okay, and it will get shrink if it is required, and the auto is the basis of width. Okay, we can also set a width here like 100 px. So this will be the available width, and it will get shrink up to that width. Okay, otherwise if we have not mentioned this and we are using auto, then it will use the previous value of it. So we can set the basis for the box, or we can leave it to the content itself. Okay, and the shorthand property for this is flex initial. So this is the shorthand value for this property, flex 0, 1 auto. Then next, flex 0, 0 auto, which means it will not grow, it will not get shrink, and the basis of it will be auto, which means the content. So for that we have a property called none. Okay, so in this way you can define the flex and you can align the content. Also there is another property, let's say I will just comment this, and here the property is align self. So to align itself, let me set it to flex start, and here for box 3 let it should be aligned to flex end. So align is used to vertically align. Here also we can use justify self. So justify self, let's say to flex end. So by using this they will get like align self to end. Okay, so here in this way we can use the flex properties. So in the next video we'll see how to design a layout. Thank you for watching.